Hello, everybody. My name is Howard Heller, and I'm the president of ActuaryExamTutor, and I have a great story for you today. You know, for all of us who have taken these actuarial exams, 99% of us know how tough they are. And unfortunately, a lot of us have had the experience that you could sit for the exam over and over again and just not pass it. And it could become incredibly a suffering experience. But today I have a great story for you, and I'm going to let her tell it herself. Her name is Sheila. Sheila, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here today. And, you know, I want you to tell your story because I really think it's great for people to hear this, for people who are struggling with these exams, to hear your story and to hear that, you know, you just don't give up. You got to hang in there. So first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about the story? Tell us what led you to coming to us, which will, you know, kind of tell about what you were going through.
Yeah, so I've been studying for MAS1 for some years now, and unfortunately, I just was not able to pass the exam. I've sat for the exam over and over again, I think more than 4 or 5 times. And I used a lot of resources in the past to try to pass the exam, but unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. For some reason, I'm not sure. My husband was like, well, maybe there's a tutoring company out there or something. I'm like, no, I don't think so. So when I started Googling, I came across ActuaryExamTutor, and I was like, is this real? So I did contact you guys for help just to get information. And Howard, I really appreciate you because you really, you know, let me know that, hey, we can do this, and to give you guys a chance. And I did. And you gave me a great tutor, which was Mandia. And from there, we had a plan. Mandia, I followed exactly what he told me to do, how to study, and how to understand the concepts of the material. And I was able to finally pass, which was incredible.
Let me ask you a question. So, you know, first of all, when you came to us, I mean, were you at the point where you were like, you know, like, I just don't know if I could pass this exam?
Correct. Yes, I did feel like giving in. Excuse me. I did feel like it was just very frustrating. I felt like I was stuck and there's nowhere else to go. So this was literally my last hope, just with the whole exam process in general.
So let me ask you, like, in working with Mandia, what do you think he was able to do that really made a difference in your exam preparation?
So MAS1 was a little bit challenging because it's kind of foreign, like, you know, the statistics and the modeling and all of that. So Mandia was able to help me to get a different perspective on it, and then he was able to relate it to real life situations, which when I was in taking the exam, it just was smooth for me. It was just really easy because I saw it in a different way, and I never was able to see it like that when I was studying it on my own or using other resources.
You know, with actuarial exams, so much of it is studying on your own, and I think for all of us who take these exams, you know, you feel like you're on an island by yourself. You know, you might have friends who are taking the same exam, but you know, for the most part, you're there studying on your own, and it could be, I think, it'd be really tough. Do you think, besides just the, you know, the X's and O's of how Mandia was able to help you, do you think it made a difference actually having somebody there with you through the process?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. That was a huge game changer as well. Just having someone root you on as well. And when you got stuck on something, you had a real life person, one-on-one, to help you navigate, you know, the issues that you had and to help you to understand it. So that is a real game changer right there.
You know, besides him helping you with, you know, just understanding the maybe the concepts a little better, do you feel that he was able to really make a difference in how you looked at problems and be able to solve them just in a different way than maybe how you were doing it, just from self-study?
Oh, of course. The way I was doing it, it just, and then the way I was doing it also was taking longer. And with Mandia, he helped me to figure out how to attack each problem and strategize, which helped me with time because I would never, when I took these exams, I never felt like I had enough time. But this time in this sitting, I was able to go back and recheck all my work as well, just because of the way Mandia taught me how, and he trained me how to think and to do the problems.
Did you feel confident after you took the exam that you passed? How'd you feel before, when you left the exam sitting?
Those exams always are really tough and you just never know. But this exam sitting, I did not feel like anything was foreign to me in the exam. Like, I felt very prepared for it. And I did feel confident that I, was gonna get a really good high score, which was a passing score.
Well, that's always, right. Whether you get a 6 or a 10, I think everybody's happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me ask you a question, because I think a lot of people would want to know this, which I always want to know too. So, given that you struggled so much in passing MAS1, when the results came out and they had the candidates' numbers who passed, can you just tell everybody out there just the experience to you in looking at the candidate numbers to see if you passed, just the experience when you actually saw that your number was there?
Yeah, so because I failed so many times, I wasn't expecting, to see the number. I don't know why. So, but when I saw it, I'm looking at the numbers. I had to look at it 15 times to match. Maybe I missed a 0. Is that my number? I'm not sure. Then I had to get my husband to check to make sure I wasn't crazy. And that's when he was like, "That's your number." And we just started screaming and shouting for joy and just thanking God that it's done. I'm done with this exam that I have struggled for so long.
I'm just curious, is it more of a euphoric feeling or more of a relief feeling when you saw that your number was actually there?
Both, especially relief. Like, I'm done with this exam. A big relief.
Well, like I said, I give you a lot of credit because, it's so tough to take the exam over and over again. It becomes so frustrating. It becomes like a psychological block even. You know what I mean? You go in there and it's hard even to have the confidence you're going to pass when you failed. It's getting over. I think it's not just getting over the hump of knowing the material better. I think it's getting over that psychological hump when you walk into that exam setting.
I agree.
So let me ask you, for students out there that are taking MAS1 for the first time, or maybe have taken it before and are struggling a little bit to pass 2, can you tell students why you would recommend them coming to us and preparing for the exam at ActuaryExamTutor?
I would recommend it because I wouldn't waste any more time. Like, for me, based on my experience, if I would have found ActuaryExamTutor way years ago, I would have been done by now. So I definitely recommend it because it's just not worth the frustration, the being discouraged or anything. Like, they're really here to help you and to help you pass as soon as possible.
Well, I appreciate that. We've been helping students for many years now, and I can say personally for myself, who, as I always tell everybody, I walk the walk. I majored in actuarial science. I worked at a couple of big companies. I took a lot of exams myself. It's such a great feeling to pass, but for me, it's also now such a great feeling when I hear stories like this of people that pass the exam, especially when they struggled a little bit, and you hung in there, you persevered, you still dedicate yourself to passing, and you finally pass it. And it's meeting that challenge and getting over it and succeeding. I can only imagine the great feeling it must be for you. And again, I want to say congratulations on passing. And I look forward to when you become an associate.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And of course, I'm continuing with ActuaryExamTutor. So sky's the limit.
I appreciate that. And for anyone out there who has questions or has feedback, please feel free to contact us. You could always first find us at www.actuaryexamtutor.com. And we always look forward to speaking with people. And of course, we really look forward to helping people pass these exams. So thank you very much. And Sheila, I really appreciate you taking some time to speak with me today. And if nothing else, I hope some students out there who are struggling with their exams get a little feeling of, yeah, I can do it too.
Awesome.
So thank you very much for meeting me today, and have a great rest of the day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.